the love, the love, the love.
Hey, what's up, guys? Aha! It's Sports Talk, baby. Sports Talk. Welcome to Sports Talk. Hey, get right for a second. Get down a little bit. All right, it's Sports Talk. The playoffs is amongst us. So, I told you guys, like I said earlier, last time on Sports Talk, I'm going to say it again this time. The picture is set. And I told you I believe the Cowboys and the 49ers and the Eagles are the best on the NFC side. And then I told you again, on the AFC side, it's fully loaded. I think the Bengals and the Bills are the best to get to go on that side. So the picture is set. The picture is set. The playoffs is this weekend. And most of you guys, you sound excited. Some of y'all are not, especially Cowboy fans. I thought y'all would be happy. Yeah, they look like duds this past weekend, on Sunday, but you got to be happy. They made the playoffs. And guess who they going against? The same team they faced in the beginning of the season. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, hey, y'all should be happy that you have an easy game. Maybe. I don't know. Because I can't get the words up my mouth. Man, you lost the game that you did yesterday. Not yesterday, but excuse me, I'm losing track. On Sunday, okay, it's past weekend. Because, this is Wednesday. So, Sunday, you dropped the egg, a bad egg. And then all of a sudden, people are panicking. Oh, my God, Dak, pick six. The defense didn't play. Then all of a sudden, we lost. To a team that played their starters. Yes, it was that embarrassing. So I digress. I think the Cowboys did that on purpose so they could motivate themselves going into the playoffs. Because if you're watching, First Take, Stephen A. is going on and going against the fan base of the Cowboys. He's attacking the Cowboys. Personally, I want to see the Cowboys, prove him wrong for once. Prove them wrong. Prove First Take, all the analysts, all the ones that say they fans, all these little pros and stuff. Man, I just want you to prove them wrong for once, Cowboys. I have said it all year. Cowboys look dangerous. I have not taken that back. I think if they start playing football like they did at the beginning of the year, look, they're going to crush some people. Can they beat Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Yes, they can beat Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do I believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was downplaying themselves all year? Yes, because it's Tom Brady. You can't have a playoffs or a Super Bowl run without Tom Brady being in the mix. That makes sense? So if you don't believe that Tom Brady is trying to make a run right now, regardless his team has not shown any signs of life or any prowess of being a championship caliber team, then you're mistaken, because this is the NFL. The powers that be is going to give him his due. See, I personally thought Aaron Rodgers was going to make it. I thought they're going to give Aaron Rodgers a chance to dance. They didn't. So I'm kind of glad in a certain way that he didn't make the playoffs, because I didn't want to see, him and Tom Brady being the highlight of the playoffs on the NFC side versus the young quarterbacks that's out there, Jalen Hurts. You get what I'm saying? Even Daniel Jones is in the playoffs. Daniel Jones, the New York Giants, guys. The New York Giants are in the playoffs. Who would have imagined that? But they've been playing great football. Man, I say great, but they're playing expiring football all season long. Now, look, they got a ticket in the big dance. Even, San Francisco 49ers riding a rookie right now. Rookie is playing lights out. I don't know, they got Deebo Samuel back. If they got him back, Christian McCaffrey, Kennel, the O-line, the defense, man, the 49ers could make a run. But they played their division rivals, the Seattle Seahawks. I'm about to call them Supersonics. But the Seahawks. Now they battling the Seahawks. That's a rivalry. That's going to be a great playoff game. See, that's what I'm talking about. You play this team twice in the same season, then you play them again in the playoffs. That's when you know that you're being tested. That's when you know, can you do the unthinkable and beat this team? I don't know if they beat Seahawks once or twice or both times. I don't know. I think it's one of them split. I don't know. I really don't care. But the thing is, this is the third time meeting, this time where it really means, it really counts. It really counts. Now in the playoffs, you are in the playoffs? You talking about playoffs? Playoffs? Yes, the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. Now you play this team 3 times. Now you get to beat this team again. If you didn't beat them last time, it's your opportunity to try to beat them again. That's the beauty of the game. You get to play unmatchable odds, and unmatchable pressure is against you. So this rookie, see, the 49ers is a formidable foe to anybody they play. The defense is stellar. They're studs, man. If Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G was still playing, he wasn't injured, I think, you know, the ceiling be real high for the 49ers because he's been to the big dance before. Now you're riding a rookie that's playing, you know, great managing football. He's managing the game real good. His position for the 49ers, haven't turned the ball over, haven't done any crazy things, or hasn't turned the ball over, but if he has, but push away, they winning. That's all that matters. They're winning. So they're winning. So now you got a rookie that took over the rest of the season. Trey Lance got hurt like the first or the second game of the season. Then Jimmy went out, I think the last 8 after that. Now you got the rookie. Now the rookie comes in, show who he is, show what he can do, and he's holding the team down. Then you got a super squad on the 49ers. Super squad. You have a team. But can the 49ers get it done? Can this rookie just be a game manager and let the other stars in the team play? You got a home game against their rivals. This Supersonics. But the Seahawks, the Seattle Seahawks, with Pete Carroll and that team, regardless, man, Geno's playing lights out. Geno's the comeback player of the year. He stood behind Russell Wilson. He stood behind him, learned some things, learned from whoever that mentored him properly, that better than he did when he first came in the league, when he came to the New York Jets. But now that he's on the Seahawks and he's playing lights out, he's a great successor to Russell Wilson. He's showing it. He's playing it. He's showing why he needs to be paid. And he's a comeback player of the year, man, because I didn't know he could play like that. I didn't know that he had it in him, and he did. So I'm very proud of seeing Geno going off, man. Geno Smith is going off. And this is a crowd achievement to make the playoffs. You start off with a great record, and then you wiggle down a little bit, some losses. But at the hair of the chinny chin chin, you made the playoffs. You're in the playoffs. The Lions helped you out. The Lions was eliminated from contention by the Carolina Panthers. Carolina had a shot to get in, but they laid eggs. They did what they had to do. They did a great job. Carolina Panthers, you're going home, but you did a great job rebounding your season. Losing season still, but your tenacity, your heart, keep pounding, baby. Keep pounding. So you did what you had to do. Hope next year Steve Wilks is your head coach and not Jim Harbaugh and not nobody else. But Steve Wilks is that coach of that team. And you got the same players, a majority stay back with however you're going to keep. Call back Cam Newton, you have to. Yeah, that's my quarterback. And just ride, keep pounding mentality, man, because Carolina Panthers, man, you know, they show some resiliency at the end, man. And, you know, my hat, I tip my hat to you boys. Great job. But back to those that are in the dance, the playoffs. Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs? Yes, the playoffs. I believe that the Carolina Panthers had a shot. They messed up. So enough about them. They didn't mess up. They just did. Things happen. Forgive me, guys. Things happen. Panther Nation. Things happen. You didn't get the job done, but you finished strong though. So next year, high hopes. High hopes. Sam Darnold. You know, my perspective about you has changed, and I hope you continue to evolve in your position and get some veteran help. Yeah, dude. Anyway, so back to the playoffs. Playoffs? Yes, the playoffs. The Cowboys have the chance to shock and awe, not just the nation, but the world. And I think they can do it. But they have to beat Tom Brady and the Bucs. They can do it. Tom Brady and the Bucs is not that great. I think Tom Brady and them was playing coy all year. Watch my words. That's not my Super Bowl pick. This is my where I don't get to my pick yet. Once you get to the end, get closer to the end, I give you my pick. I give you my 3 picks, my 3 scenarios, my 3 teams, three matchups that I think is going to go down. But that's at the end. That's at the end. So right now, I'm looking at this bracket. This bracket is loaded for this Saturday. Now you have Seahawks and the 49ers. You have Dolphins and the Bills. You have the Ravens and the Bengals. Excuse me. Ravens and the Bengals. We're talking about the AFC side now. Now, the wild card round is Seahawks and 49ers. And then the Chargers and the Jacksonville. And Jacksonville barely made it to as well, but they came on. They got hot. They got hot late, and they showed why they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs, so they show why you the AFC South champions. You made it. You got it. Trevor Lawrence, congrats. Another shout out to you, Trevor Lawrence. You did great. Now look, got a great coach, Doug Pearson. Now guess what? He transformed the Jacksonville Jaguars into a real contender, or I say, looking like a real football team again. So we'll see what they can do. But I digress. You're playing the Chargers, Justin Herbert, which is, man, a firecracker, a gunslinger, the reincarnation of Brett Favre. So I'm going to say this. I don't think that they're going to have just their way with Jacksonville. Jacksonville won't show up. But overall, I do think that the Chargers going to win that game. That's my pick for the first game. My pick right there. That's the late game. Is on Saturday, 7:15. The late game. I'm gonna tell you right now. Chargers Jacksonville game. I'm gonna pick Chargers because it's Justin Herbert, and he's been coming on fire lately, and now he's in the playoffs. It's time to see what he can do. It's time to see what he can do. Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs. It's time to see what these two men can do. This is a great matchup. Young quarterback versus young quarterback, young team versus young team. But at the end, I think the Chargers are going to be too much for the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. So we'll see about that. Now let's go to the next game, the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals just beat Baltimore. And plus, Baltimore don't have all their starters, and they don't have Lamar Jackson playing. Now, I wouldn't expect Lamar Jackson to be back during this game either. And I wouldn't try to hurt my franchise quarterback trying to get out there just to win a playoff game. And then you win the playoff game and further injure yourself. Then the next game you can't perform because you injured yourself the first division round. So I don't see Lamar coming back playing in that game. And that's what's going to really hurt the Baltimore Ravens. Because without Lamar Jackson, the identity of that team, is kind of like hurting. They did decent against the Bengals this past Sunday, but the Bengals looks full in control of their destiny. They went to the Super Bowl last year. Remember that. Joe Burrow is Mr. Cool. He went to the Super Bowl last year. And you think the Super Bowl slump, it's going to be the hangover. It's going to be on the losing team. No, it was the exact opposite, reverse. It was on the winning team from last year. The winning team, the champion team, fell hard. And the losing team, raised up the bar and then some, and now it's back into the playoffs. So that tells me that the wrong team won the Super Bowl last year. Interesting. You let me know what you think about that. Because I did believe that the Bengals should have beat and blew out the Rams last year. I think the game was rigged. I think all the games are rigged. That's just me. All the games are rigged. There's betting on it, point spreading. I can give you the secrets. All the games are rigged. And I pray that the powers that be let them play. Let the games play instead of trying to rig the game. Just let them play. But that's later on. But guess what? The Bengals are primed. Joe Burrow is as advertised, and I believe that they're gonna stomp the Ravens at home. The score, I give that score later on towards the end of the segment. But at the same time, the Bengals gonna win that game. Now on to the Bills in Miami. I'm gonna pick the Bills. Pick the Bills all season long. Not because of Damar Hamlin and his situation. I'm just picking the Bills because they should have won last year. Now they got a chance to do it again. But the Bengals and the Chiefs are the only team, and the Chargers. I think the real competition to the Bills, the threat to the Bills, for stopping the Bills for even getting to the AFC Championship game, stopping the Bills for going to the Super Bowl, basically, is the Bengals. The Bengals is going to be a problem for all the teams. And I'm telling you, Joe Burrow and them boys, Chase, man, and Boyd, these cats, man, are playing. They've been there. They've done that. Now they're hungry. So, the only team, the Chiefs, okay, they're the Chiefs, the New England Patriots, yay, the Chiefs. Okay, I'm not even talking about the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes is a $500 million man, 10-year guy, got a ring MVP. He's elite. Not talking about him. But the thing is, the Bengals and the Bills are the two teams I see. All the two teams gonna be in the AFC Championship game or representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. Either those two teams. Either those two teams right there. And the Chiefs could do it too, but we'll see if they're going to give it to the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs do make it. If the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl, they won. I'm just going to be honest with you. They automatically won. I don't care who they face because Patrick Mahomes is due his second ring. But another discussion. So, the Bills in Miami. Miami beat the Bills this year. Then the Bills beat Miami. And, it's but this is the third time you face each other. You're facing each other in the season. So, it's crazy and rare, but I think the Buffalo's gonna pull it out because Tua, I don't think he's 100%. I don't think he's ready to play again. Teddy Bridgewater, if he has to step in, I don't think he's capable of winning, especially in the cold in Buffalo. Excuse me. So I'm just being honest, man. The Bills gonna win that game. I don't know how they're gonna win that game. I don't know how close the game gonna be. I don't care. I don't know it's gonna be snow. I don't know it's going to be covered in snow. We don't know. I just know this. The Bills are going to win. And they're going to move on to the next divisional round. So it's going to be the Chargers in Buffalo in the next divisional round. And Chargers in Buffalo. And then, and Cincinnati in the Chiefs. So the Chiefs got their bye. So, man, if that scenario happens, if the Bengals play the Chiefs, again, can they beat them 4 times in a year? And I'm telling you, if Joe Burrow beats the Chiefs for a 4th time in a year, from last year's AFC Championship game, twice this year, and if you meet him again, that'll be 4 times. So, that's amazing, man. That would be history. If they meet up again, but they try to get Patrick Mahomes, I got to beat him when it counts. I hope they let him play and Joe Burrow beats them. But I think the Bengals going to beat them again. So I think the Bengals the AFC Championship game is going to be the Bengals and Buffalo Bills. That's my picks for the AFC. AFC Championship game, Bengals, Bills. Let's go to the NFC. Okay, earlier I already broke down the NFC. It's not really that exciting, but let me break it down just like I did AFC. San Francisco versus Seattle. San Francisco is the better team. They're home, but it's the playoffs, and you're playing behind a rookie. Will a rookie start making rookie mistakes? Will he play like a rookie, or will he play like a future starter in this league? Geno Smith is playing lights out. Regards the team has slumped for a few games here and there, but they made it. So, who's going to be the better quarterback that Saturday between the rookie and Geno? Geno is obviously the vet, and he's better, and he's playing like it. But the rookie has held his own, and then plus the rookie has a team. But I still pick the 49ers. Reason why? Because they are that team. They are that team to go that far. So I think the 49ers going to beat the Seahawks. Now, how convincingly, I don't know, but they're going to beat them. They're home, so they're going to beat them. Plus, they're home. Referees. Okay, another thing. All right, back to Minnesota and the Giants. I picked Minnesota because Minnesota, to me, is actually the better team than the Giants. The Giants did come on strong. They got a great record this year. Daniel Jones showed me more about who he is versus what he can do. But Saquon Barkley was there, so he helped them. He helped in a lot of ways than more. So I don't know Saquon, if I'm saying his name, Broccoli. It's Broccoli. You know, if he's healthy, if he's playing, and if he is, it's going to be a great game. I don't know. I say the Vikings, but my heart is saying Giants. You know why? Because the Giants. And this is an opportunity for Daniel Jones to supersede Eli and get him a ring. Is it rational? Is it realistic? No. Is it rational? No. Irrational? I mean, no. Can he do it? I don't think he can. With the teams that's in the playoffs on the NFC side that he got to go against. We never know. I don't believe any given Sunday. So any given Sunday, any team could beat any team. No, I don't believe it. Never believed it. I love the movie. One of my favorite football movies of all time. But I don't believe in this scenario. I picked the Vikings because the Vikings are the better team. But we'll see. That game is a question mark. I want the Giants really to win because they're the underdogs. I go for the underdogs. So basically, Seahawks are underdogs, the Giants are underdogs, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Dallas is actually the underdogs against Tampa Bay. But back to Minnesota and the Giants game. But Minnesota's the better team. The dominant team should be the one that wins. That's my philosophy. That's why I believe it. If you're more dominant than another team, you should win. So if you're a dominant team and you do not win, then there's a problem. So Minnesota will win that game. Now on to the game that has a lot riding. Really a lot riding on popularity and reputation. And nothing else, because I really don't too much care about this matchup because they played already. But I think the rematch is going to be different. And now they're back in Tampa, the same place they lost to Tampa. You're right back in Tampa. So Dak and Prescott and the Cowboys could beat Tampa Bay. They could shut them down. And I think the Cowboys are going to win that game. Cowboys are the better team. Cowboys are the stronger team. And I think Dak will get the best of Tom Brady finally. And this is going to be the game that Tom Brady season gonna be cut short, and he's gonna go home, and he's gonna reevaluate his life, that he might retire from, or he might come back next season on a different team. But his season ends Saturday. Okay, they're not gonna win that game. Now, if Tom Brady wins, I don't. it's just so many scenarios, man. I just place it, but it's okay. I picked Dallas to win. Now, the Eagles and Chiefs have the bye week, so they're number one seed. So, not going to talk about that until they get on the field. But I'm going to talk about the scores. I'm going to start with the AFC side. What will the score be on the Bills and Miami? Depends on the weather. I want to say it's going to be a high-scoring game. I see 38-35 Bills. That's the score for 38-35 Bills over Miami. Cincinnati and Baltimore, I see a blowout. I ain't gonna lie. I see a high-scoring game as well. I see 40-24 Bills over the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Jacksonville and Chargers, That's gonna be. I believe that's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 24-19 Chargers over Jacksonville. All right, moving on to the NFC side. Here we go. 49ers and the Seahawks. 24-10 49ers. The defense is that sick, guys. 49ers defense is that sick. So that's what I picked at. Minnesota and Giants. Like I said, I picked the Minnesota, but I really want the Giants to win. But Minnesota going to win. I believe they're going to win. I think it's going to be 24-16. And then Tampa Bay and Dallas. I don't know. I think it'll be 21-18. That's what I see. I'm gonna use my discernment. It's gonna be 21-16 Dallas over Tampa Bay. There you go. There you have it. Bottom line is that's the scores for this weekend. It's gonna come this weekend, this Saturday. So you let me know in the comments below what you think about that. What's your thoughts? Who's gonna win? Who you think is gonna win? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz and support the vision. But I believe that's the scores of all the teams, and it's gonna be great. Will I get a chance to see any of the games? I might not. I love spending time with my family. But this is sports talk, so I have no choice to watch these games. So yeah, of course I'm gonna watch the playoffs. It's the playoffs. The playoffs. The playoffs. Yes, the playoffs. I'm gonna watch it if I get a chance. The Lord allow me to watch. How about that? And we're gonna have some fun, man. And definitely get back with you on the next sports talk, and talk trash. And you know what? Regardless of my predictions of each team, it might not go out to beat that outcome. But guess what? I still got some things to talk about. I just want the Cowboys to advance the next round. So Stephen A. and them on First Take, just leave them alone. I just want to see the Cowboys to see. But we'll see. Because if the Cowboys beat Tampa Bay, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong, because they're the low seed, and then the high seed play the lower seed. Now, if Tampa Bay beats Buccaneers, and say the Giants beat Minnesota, right? Then the high seed play the lower seed, and the lower seed play the highest seed, right? So wouldn't that be Eagles and Cowboys in the next round? Then Giants and 49ers, if they win, if that scenario pans out. Or the next scenario is the 49ers win, they play the next lowest seed. So there would be the 49ers and the Cowboys and the Minnesota and the Eagles. We'll see if it pans out that way. I'm just thinking. I might be wrong, might not, but just imagine the Dallas Cowboys play the Eagles a third time. That's crazy, man. Technically, that's an awesome playoff game. Rivals. I love when the division rivals meet in the playoffs and they play again, because it makes it hard to win because they know each other well. All right. Well, the bottom line is the playoffs is here, and it's going to be a great weekend of football. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. What you think? Who's going to win? Who's going to be the Super Bowl champion? Oh yeah, my 3 scenarios of who's going to the Super Bowl. Chiefs. No, excuse me, not the Chiefs. My God. Okay, Bengals, Cowboys, Bills, Cowboys, or the Bengals and the 49ers. That's my 3 picks right there. Bengals, Cowboys, Bills, Cowboys, or the Bengals and the 49ers. That's my pick. That's my scenarios. If it don't go that way, I'm not getting paid for it anyway. That's just my perspective of looking at it. But like I said, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. You guys enjoy your week. This has been another edition of Sports Talk on the Bottom Line Podcast. Bottom Line football is wearing down, is winding down. But guess what? So are we. But we love it, we like it, and we're gonna enjoy it. So from me to you, hey, Stay rocking. Stay blessed. Have a blessed week. Continue to march on, and we salute you over here at the Bottom Line Podcast. Salute. All right. Do it. Yeah. Holla. The Bottom Line, weekdays on LDB TV. Presented by LDB Media Corp.